Can't stop laughing.
I wonder how often the artist has to wait for the cameraman.
Okay, I'm holding still. I promise. Okay, go.
Are you recording?
Yeah, go.
Okay. Right guys, welcome back to the channel. Today you join me for a bit of an unboxing video. I did say in a couple of videos ago that I was going to get a new camera, and today I have got that camera. I did a bit of an order yesterday. I'm going to completely change my setup. We're going to unbox this today. I think a lot of you probably already know what camera I've gone for, but I think this would be a vast improvement on what I have been using. So just to get you up to speed, this is my current camera. This is a GoPro Hero 10 Black. This has got the media mod attachment. You can see it's quite old now. It's got a crack in the glass. It's just generally a bit worn. If I'm honest with you, it kind of fails me quite often now. To be honest, I quite often do a video. It will cut out. It says it's got 80% battery, but it doesn't. It has 0, and I just come back, I do a whole video 8 minutes long, thinking that I've nailed that video finally, and yeah, it hasn't recorded anything. So I finally lost my rag with this thing, and I've replaced it. So I'm still going to keep it. I might try and use it every now and again for a different angle maybe, but yeah, this is my new camera. Let's unbox it. Like Christmas, only I paid a lot of money for it.
Oh.
So, for those of you who follow my channel, you'll probably know that I quite fancy this camera, and I have done for a while. And I think I've noticed that a lot of motovloggers, a lot of content creators are moving away from GoPro. I don't know if that's just me who thinks that, or it is legit. You know, we've got a few different camera brands now. Insta360 making a really good 360 camera. We've got DJI making a lot of different cameras now, and they tend to be quite popular, especially the Osmo. The Osmo, I think 4, 5 Pro and the 6 are a very popular action camera, and I think they are now, in my opinion, maybe a little bit better than GoPro. GoPro are the OGs, and they had that market straight away. But yeah, we'll unbox this. I'm going to show you the changes I'm going to make to my setup. We'll go out on the bike, and we'll see what it's like and how it films, because you're going to have to do a bit of fiddling with cameras. If you want to set up your camera for motovlogging, you're going to have to try and figure out how you're going to, what direction you're going to go with. Like, what do you want to do with your camera? Do you want to just take it out and get visual shots with music over the top? Or do you want recording of your voice as well as the engine, or just the engine? So depending on what you want to do will depend on how you're gonna, what accessories you're gonna need. So for example, currently I like to motovlog, I like to record my rides, I like to hear the engine, but I also like to speak to the camera and you guys. So I have the camera attached to the helmet, and then I have an audio lavalier mic in here where I just plug it in. So it's a 3.5mm jack, and that plugs in under my helmet. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but there's a little microphone just in here in this helmet, and that picks up my voice. However, with DJI, they have a really good wireless mic system. They have, I think, 3 options, I believe. There's a mini mic, the mic 2, and the mic 3. The mic 3 is quite expensive, and the mini mic is on offer at the moment at £65 at the time of filming. So I bought the mini mic because I think it will either level up my microphone, it will be convenient, and if I have a passenger or someone I'm riding with, I can then simply put that wireless mic in their helmet as well, and I can get dual audio, and it'll be really cool. Let's get this unboxed. Let's have a look at it. I'll tell you what I think. And then yeah, we'll take it out and give it a go. So we've got a little box there. So just to give you a heads up, this is the, I don't know if it says it on it. It doesn't, I don't think. This is the Adventure Pack. This is the battery case, and this is the main reason I bought the Adventure combo. it's because it comes with this main accessory here is the one I wanted. This is the battery charging pack. So it gives you three 1950 milliamp batteries. I believe they last for quite a while. I'm not sure exactly how long, but I think they're going to smash the GoPro out of the park. I'm lucky if I get 15 minutes out of a GoPro now. So if this beats half an hour, I'll be very happy. And I've got 3 batteries here, especially if you're on tour. It's super handy to have this. It's pocket sized, and you can just quickly get a new battery, put that in your camera, swap it with the one that needs charging. So I'm very happy with that. These are the mounts, so they're slightly different mounts to the GoPro. This is magnetic in the middle here, and it also has 2 little latches, which when you pinch, it latches onto the camera. So it's like a dual mount, slightly different design to the traditional, whatever that's called, where you put it into the tabs and screw it up. It still does rely on that to add it to the mount on the helmet. So, but I kind of like this, it's quick. So I've got 2 of those. I have maybe a chin mount or just a mount with a 3M sticky back on it, which is you can put wherever you like. The sticker's actually really nice quality. I just got the sticker out when I was waiting for my phone to charge, but that's a really nice quality sticker. Charging lead. This is the world's longest extension pole. I was just playing around with it, and I can't really show you on the camera, but it's about a snooker cue's length. I'll put down in the bottom of the screen how long this thing is, but actually quite cool. It feels really great in the hand as well. I'm looking forward to actually trying to use this. I don't know when I'm going to use it, but it's pretty cool, and I will try and use it. Anyway, let's get them to the main event and open up the Osmo Action 6. I've waited so long. So, the Osmo Action 6, very nice camera, feels good in the hand, smaller than the GoPro, lighter. Just for a size comparison, wow, that's the Hero 10 and that is the Osmo 6. Really nice, much smaller, probably going to be quite a lot nicer to have if you ride like I do and have it on your chin. It comes with a few different features, this camera. I won't go through an extensive list because I'm not really a techie expert on this sort of thing. Very nice, feels great. Screen looks bigger, big screen on the front, lens protector. It has, I'm not going to go into too much detail on this camera as to the specifics and what it can do and all that sort of stuff. I'm primarily going to use it just as a user, as a kind of an amateur user, going to give you my experience with it, how easy it is to set up and use for the average person. There's lots of videos out there which are really good and explain the sort of details and go into the sort of, the specifics of this camera and why it might be better than, say, its competition like a GoPro or an Insta360 or whatever. But yeah, a few main reasons why I bought this camera. The battery life, the quality of the video. It has a few little features on it which enhance the colors of your video, which is kind of a basic thing, but a lot of people like to color grade their videos. After they filmed it, they play around with the colors just to make it look a bit nicer, but this does it for you if you want to use that, or you can do it yourself. It also has a really nice feature that if you want to film, let's say TikToks, so this can film in portrait and landscape at the same time, which is insane. So if you want to make content and want to use the same video, instead of editing it and just being a bit of a nightmare, you can simply just crop it and it's, you've got a video for TikTok or a video for YouTube. So awesome. Oh, it's a touchscreen. It is. And then you go into the setup menu. I won't bore everyone with this. I'll set it up. I'll tell you my settings as to what I'm going to be doing, and then we shall get out on the bike. It won't be today because it's currently, we've just finished work. It's dark outside, it's cold, it's wet. When it's a good day, I'll put this on the bike and give you a bit more of an update as to what I've done, what settings I'm running, and the mic, hopefully, the wireless mini mic. I will also give you a quick rundown of that. See if it's any better than the dinosaur. Right guys, as promised, I have my new camera on. This is the DJI Osmo 6. I've got the noise settings on my wireless mini mic at noise cancellation high with 12, can't think of the bloody word now, -12 gain. which you can do in the settings. So this is the new setup, and I think I will have to tweak it a little bit. I know I've got the D-Log on. This is the color grading option I mentioned in the when I was sat at the table. D-Log is the color options, which basically makes the colors of everything pop just that little bit more. Clutch feels a bit funky today. Engaging quite earlier than I'm used to. Had my first run on this bike last week for like a proper ride out, so. But yeah, I've been playing around with this camera a little bit, and this is the first time I've come out and tried to actually film a video with the wireless mic in my helmet. And usually I use a lavalier mic, which is quite basic. I put a massive dead cat on it, and for those of you that don't know what a dead cat is, it's like the hairy thing you see on the end of a microphone. It just captures the wind noise, stops any of that horrible wind noise going into the microphone and giving you that sort of like that noise, which you don't want when you're filming anything really. The ease of use of this camera is noticeably easier than the GoPro. Busy day today, Saturday today. So yeah, I'm really happy with the camera so far. I don't know what the angle's like. I need to fiddle, have a little play. I don't want it to be too high, I don't want it to be too low. I like a little bit of the screen, well, a little bit of the bike, the handlebars, and I like, obviously, you guys to see the road in front, and a little bit of sky. I don't want to be down here, don't want to be up there, I want to sort of be in the middle. So it's going to be a bit of a playing around game. On my GoPro, I always used to judge it with a finger. My finger in the middle between the mount and the camera used to be about the right angle. And it's really hard to see if you're filming in the daytime. But what's this camera like? I can just see the screen as filming. So even this is quite hard to see. You have to wait for a bit of shadow. I'm very interested to see how many minutes I get out of this camera of use. I'm hoping it's more than half hour of video time, because then, you know, if you're plugging on and off video, it's not really that bad. Busy day. So many cars everywhere. Oh, this bike. You downshift, it just cracks and pops. Little burbles, it's so beautiful. We turn around somewhere here. Yeah, we do. Right guys, we're now testing motorway speeds. So 70 miles an hour. This is a mic check. I'm probably speaking louder than I need to be honest with you. I don't know if the camera's gonna, or the audio will pick this up too much. It might be just really loud. But yeah, this is the test. I'm pretty guilty of talking or shouting. But yes guys, this is the footage with the D-Log on. So guys, that is the DJI Osmo 6 with the settings that I shared earlier. That's I'm quite happy with the camera. It does have an audible beep when you turn it on and when you turn it off. It is still quite hard to see if you're recording or not. You really have to look, but I'm not really sure how anyone would solve that without putting a laser beam in your eyes. So still okay. I do like the beep, but it does tell me when the camera has been turned on. It's a bit more satisfying. I've been recording for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes on off, just random stupid footage that I'm not going to input into this video, but the battery is still going strong. One thing I would say with the mini mic is that it does have a setting on it where if you have it in your helmet or if you have it in your back pocket or whatever, it has a setting where it will automatically connect to your camera. Now, that's all well and good, but it automatically turns off when it's not detected a power source for 15 minutes. So if you
on a ride and 15 minutes go by, you press the camera button, it will not detect the microphone because it's turned off and it's not putting a signal out there for your camera to detect. So it won't connect and you won't get the audio you desire. The way around that is you simply change the setting within the app, or not on the app, you can do it on the camera as well, for the microphone to automatically stay on. So it's always on basically, and it's always sending out the signal. So then I think the microphone has about 11 hours of battery. So you're never going to be short of battery with the microphone. Oh, I was shouting a little bit there. You're never going to be short of battery with the microphone. Just leave it on all the time, and then whenever you press record, you've got the audio that you want, either in the helmet or in your back pocket or whatever it is. I would suggest you do that. Positioning of my helmet, of the camera, I'll put up a photo now where the camera or the mic is in my helmet. I've kind of faced it to the cheek pad. I don't know if it's going to be a good position or not. I've been looking at some YouTube videos of people and what they suggest. And I've sort of just copied that just to see for myself, and played around with a few settings last night. Went for a walk and basically just taught myself a few of the settings, you know, such as noise cancellation, stereo and mono. That you might see on the mini mic that you've got stereo and mono. That is essentially, if you have two microphones, you put it in stereo and it will give you two separate files for that audio, whereas mono is just one file for both audios. So yeah, stereo is useful if you want to like adjust the volume on one of the microphones. But I'll go into that in another video. For now, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it helpful. If you've got any questions, let me know down below. See what your experiences are with DJI and all that jazz. And I'll catch you on the next one. Ciao for now.
Bag is inside, but it's kind of acting a bit like it's kind of acting a bit like a shaker.
Oh gosh.
Such a nice little camera. Very happy with this.